Yo, what up? It's JSF, how y'all doing? And as I expected, as a lot of us may have expected, we got a patch right after ECT, which tells me and tells us that they were 100% waiting for that tournament to end in order to drop a patch for the game. And a lot of people were saying, oh, major balance patch, crazy balance patch. And yes, there are definitely balance changes in this patch, but this does not seem to be like a massive overhaul of gameplay. But I want to go over some of the balance changes, and I will say first, as of right now, the patch came out today and the full patch notes are not out yet. There are patch notes in the game that we do have access to, but the thing about the in-game patch notes is it doesn't really tell us shit, right? Halloween fatality, moves pinned to the HUD. Some people really do care about moves being able to be pinned to the HUD. Really important. I like that there's an in-game ping indicator. That was an MK11. Why they got rid of shit that was an MK11 is beyond me. But yeah, those are the things in the patch notes. But there are character and cameo balance changes. So I definitely want to talk about those. And we can check out the new stage too. So I want to show off a couple of characters. Again, I'm not going to show off literally everything because there's no full documentation, not an official one, so we don't know everything in the game. But first things first, our good buddy Cyrax, if you haven't heard, our good buddy Cyrax got a nerf. So, something that I used to do, I've been playing Raiden for a little bit. Something that I would do a lot is something like this string into Cyrax, into this string, into Cyrax, and as you can see, I can't do it right. Cyrax just started regenerating, and that's because if you do horizontal chopper now, it takes your entire cameo bar. Now, it's crazy because I was literally talking about this yesterday, and I've talked about this a lot, and I was saying there's a number of ways you can nerf Cyrax. Do you want him to keep the chip? Do you want him to keep the damage on hit? Like, there are ways you can go about this, but the way they did it was, if you do horizontal chopper, right? If you do horizontal chopper, even if it whiffs, it is gone. Your cameo meter is gone. Now, up chopper is the same. Up chopper seems to be exactly the same. So if I do something like this, you know what I mean? It's the same, right? Even though the damage might be a tad bit less, but I don't even really think so. I think it's about the same. Yeah, it's about the same. The damage is the same, so I don't think up chopper got touched, but this one smoked it. They also added less, what's the word? They're stunned for less time when you do net assist, right? At least it seems that way. It seems they're stunned for less time on net assist, which I think is fine. You were stunned for like 10 seconds off net, which was crazy to me. And I know it has a lot of startup, but I always thought that was insane. So yeah, our boy Cyrax got hit. I think Cyrax nerfs everybody knew was coming, and I don't think anybody's going to complain or say, oh, they shouldn't nerf Cyrax. We all wanted Cyrax to get nerfed. I know some people aren't happy about the way Cyrax got nerfed. I don't really care that much, because if I'm playing like Raiden Cyrax and I'm doing this shit, the goofy shit I was doing before that I said should get nerfed, I can still just spend a bar and get, the same thing. I don't get over 30% chip, which was stupid, and it was stupid. I don't get over 30% chip guaranteed now. I get over 20% chip guaranteed now, which, I mean, that's fine. The only issue I have with that is that other characters didn't get the same treatment. Now, we also got Sub-Zero on the screen, and I just want to show something. I was seeing some clips of this, and I was like, there's no way that's real. But it's 100% real. As you can see, his EX Ice Clone, which costs 2 bars now, just doesn't fucking work. And I don't know why. I think this is a glitch. I think it's a developer oversight. Again, I think they're rushing and scrambling to get this shit done, that they're just missing a bunch of shit and fucking other things up in the process, right? So, again, Sub-Zero ended up getting a nerf and no buffs. Sub-Zero received no buffs. Nobody has discovered a single Sub-Zero buff yet, but that was nerfed. It's probably a bug. They'll probably fix it. But the reason I have him, well, not him, but also want to talk about Kung Lao. So if we were to just set Raiden real quick, it doesn't really matter. What's the, yeah. As you can see, right? So that's Kung Lao's hat spin cameo, which is a launcher, and it used to launch as a reversal, which I always thought was crazy. But now obviously it doesn't launch. So if you use it as a reversal, like as a get off me move, it'll no longer launch for a full combo. I don't even really see that as a nerf, because I think it launching for a full combo is an oversight, because they've made it clear that they don't want you to just have get off me moves as launchers unless you spin cameo or something. And since this is a cameo, like they just kind of got rid of that. So to me that's fine. But also low hat, it seems that low hat regenerates a little slower. And I said this multiple times. I was like, if they kill Cyrax, and it seems like they killed Cyrax, I think you can still play him with like Raiden, but with a lot of other characters, I don't know how well, like Baraka Cyrax might be dead now for the most part. But yeah, if you kill Cyrax, Kung Lao is gonna be the best assist in the game because of this shit. And the meta is gonna be low hat, jump, boom, boom, boom. That's gonna be the meta. It's about to happen. I literally called this out. And they did nerf the recovery speed on this a bit, so that is a slight nerf. But I think it's still probably the best cameo in the game now, because Cyrax was definitively 1 and Kung Lao was definitively 2. And this is not like enough to make people not play the character or play the cameo. But yeah, those are the two biggest cameo changes, right? They say Raiden got a damage nerf. I've seen people run around say Raiden got a damage nerf. I think he got a slight one, which is not a huge deal. I think he got a slight damage nerf, but the same thing happened to Baraka. It seems like they want to normalize. Like the same thing happened to Reiko. I think they're trying to get rid of or cut back on the 50% combos. I don't think they want anybody to get 50% or more for one hit. So Raiden can't get that anymore. Even with Jax, he can't get the 50% anymore. Right? You know what I mean? Like that used to do more damage, right? But it's like now your combos are gonna do closer to 35 or 40%. But I do think if you pick Serena, you still can get over 40 with Raiden, which is really hilarious. Now, I do want to talk about a couple more characters. Funny enough, obviously the Sindel Infinite is gone, right? We know that was gonna happen. I don't even think that was a question or anything. But I want to talk about these two characters. I don't really want to talk much about cameos. I don't really care too much. I'll just put two random cameos on the screen. But I want to talk about these two characters because from what I've seen, what I've heard, and what I've heard others say is these characters didn't get nerfed. Like, if you look at Johnny Cage's shit, all his buttons still plus. You know what I mean? Overhead still -5. Still safe. Like, it doesn't, he could have gotten nerfed, but his buttons, his frame data, all his shit looks the same. Shadow Kick's still 8 frames. You know what I mean? Now, maybe his parry got, I don't know. I haven't labbed and tested everything with Johnny, but it seems like he didn't get nerfed. And I think that's insane. Like, if you killed Cyrax, Johnny Cage is one of the few characters that was good without Cyrax, right? Like, Baraka without Cyrax is not nearly as scary. Raiden without Cyrax is not as scary. A lot of characters, like Scorpion without Cyrax, is a mid-tier at best character. Like, Scorpion just got nerfed. He was minding his own business. And they did change his Air 1-2 string as well, but, you know. Same with Kimchi. The one thing about Kimchi is if Sento is out, you can't forward throw anymore. Apparently, he could forward throw with Sento out before, which was crazy. Actually, I know he can because it's happened to me. But it was really good for him because he would regenerate Sento during the throw animation, right? Because like if you do, you know what I mean? He would regenerate, so it was, or not lose Sento, I should say. Whatever, however the shit worked. My point is, other than that, Kimchi didn't get a single nerf. So Raiden and Baraka kind of got knocked down a few pegs, and Kimchi and Johnny Cage are still going to be running crazy because they didn't get changed at all. So to me, I think that's crazy. I think Johnny Cage not getting nerfed even slightly is insane. He's the best character. Like, these are the best two characters in the game, no question now. It's not even a question. But I wanted to refer to one more thing before I get out of here, and that's this Twitter thread from Mitsu Owns. If y'all don't know, Mitsu Owns was a competitive player for MKX, has been a commentator for Mortal Kombat games, and he has a lot of changes documented. Like Melina's stand 1-2 doesn't whiff on Baraka anymore. Cyrax obviously costing a full bar now. You can tag moves, you can pin moves to the screen now like you always used to be able to do. Baraka slight damage nerf. Scorpion Air 1-2 leaves them in a different state. You know what I mean? So if you have a Twitter or know how to navigate Twitter, check out this thread from Mitsu Owns. It shows a lot of things. Look, you can mute players, mute other players by default. I could have swore I saw this in the game settings one day and then it was gone. But I might have been tripping. You can have the ping shown in MS, which was in the patch notes, Halloween stage, Raiden damage nerf, Kung Lao cameo. So yeah, this thread shows off a lot of the changes they added Forever King, King of the Hill. So that thread shows off a lot of the changes in the game. But like I said, there are no official patch notes out yet, so we're gonna miss things. Like I've seen Waz's video saying, "Oh, Reptile might have got a damage buff." I've seen somebody running around saying Smoke got a damage nerf. I do think Smoke probably did get a damage nerf because his damage was crazy. He was doing 40-50%, and it seems like all the characters that were hitting like a truck, all the characters that were hitting for those super high damage combos probably got nerfed. It just seems like they wanted the damage level in the game overall to be lower, which I'm not mad at that. I don't think you should get hit once and lose 60% unless somebody burns all their resources, right? I don't believe in that, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't even remember any smoke combos, to be honest with you. I used to play this character, funny enough. Let's see if I can do one smoke combo before I go. I mean, that looks maybe slightly less than before. But yeah, definitely check out what characters you play, see if there's anything different, because there was a patch today. And patch notes will probably be out tomorrow or something. And I'll do a video when the patch notes officially drop and go over everything. But I did want to put a video out, because I know some of y'all were going to ask me or ask if I checked out the patch or ask if I knew anything. But yeah, once patch notes go out, I'll let y'all know. But that's all I got for y'all today. Y'all have a good one. Y'all stay safe. JSF, I'm outie. Peace.